morning, students. We are discussing on pavement design and highway construction. Our today's topic is symptoms, causes, and the treatments of defects we observed in flexible pavements. We have earlier talked one of the classification of defects in pavement, that is the surface defects. Today we will discuss on the cracks. A common defect in bituminous surface is the formation of cracks. The crack pattern can be categorized in many cases that it indicates the causes of the defect. As soon as the cracks are observed, it is necessary to study the pattern in detail so as to arrive at the cause. Immediate remedial action should be taken thereafter because the danger of ingress of water through the cracks and of the formation of potholes and revelings can be occurred. The cracks can hardly be observed from moving vehicles, and the inspection on the foot is always desirable for the cracks. The common types of cracks are discussed as further. The first common type that is being observed, that is hairline cracks. Now, if we talk about the symptoms of hairline cracks, these appear as a short and fine cracks at the close interval on the surface, as here you can see in the figure. Well, for the location, these cracks may be at the isolated places or in any carriageway or the particular lane. The cause of such cracks are because of insufficient bitumen content, maybe because of excessive filler at the surface layer, or maybe improper compaction over the compaction. If the compaction is done in excessive manner, that it will also cause the cracks. If we talk about the how to treat such kind of hair cracks, these cracks may be treated by fog seal or by application of liquid rejuvenating agents and the slurry sealing and microsurfacing process. Also, you can provide microsurfacing so that such kind of cracks can be eliminated. The next, that is the alligator cracks. The symptoms of such alligator cracks as interconnected cracks forming a series of small blocks which resemble the skin of alligator. The location is that such cracks normally appear along the wheel path. If we talk about the causes of alligator cracking are many more. Let's discuss here some few. So the first is the excessive deflection of pavement surface, normally in wheel paths. Next is inadequate pavement thickness and the overloading of heavy commercial vehicles. These are some causes that create the alligator cracking. Okay. Also some weak subgrade or weaker lower layers or the less grade of bituminous binder, such are also cause sometimes such kind of alligator cracks. The alligator cracking may be classified as a low severity, medium severity and high severity. Depending upon this severity level, the reconstruction or reparation can be opted. Okay, so if we talk about the low severity cracks are characterized by an area of cracking with very narrow cracks with almost no additional deterioration on the surface. The medium severity cracking is characterized by interconnected cracks that forming a small area that similar to the skin of the alligator. And the high severity, as shown in the figure, high severity alligator cracking is characterized by an area of moderate to severely spalled interconnected cracks that creating a full pattern of cracking. As here in the figure you can see, these are the full pattern of crackings as shown in figure. the high severity, such cracks have width and depth probably more than 6 millimeter. Okay, and pieces of bituminous surface may be loose or missing. Now, if we talk about the treatment for alligator cracking, in order to repair a pavement that affected by alligator cracking, the main cause of the cracking should be determined. However, this specific cause is fairly deep-seated. Any investigation that should involve the digging a pit or coring the pavement to determine the pavement's structural ability. The treatment of alligator cracking may be done by few methods, as we're discussing, that it can be treated by crack sealing with the bituminous emulsions. Also, crack sealing can be done by rubberized and modified bitumen, or you can also use the milling and surface recycling process on the particular pavement surface. In case of a pavement that being structurally inadequate, or we can say the structurally weak, a properly designed overlay should be provided. Okay, so if there is a high severity of cracks available, okay, and the structure is very weak, at such cases the overlay is the best option to treat that surface. Okay, the next crack, that is the longitudinal cracks. Talking about the symptoms, these cracks appear more or less on a straight line along the road. As here we can see in the figure, there is a crack along the pavement surface or along the road in the longitudinal direction. Okay, if we're talking about the location, these cracks may appear at joints between two paving lanes or between the pavement and the paved shoulder, or at the joint between two paving lanes, as we discussed earlier. If we talk about the causes of longitudinal cracks, that may be caused by the cracking at the pavement shoulder, the joint may be due to alternate wetting and the drying beneath the shoulder surface, owing to poor drainage or due to depression in the pavement edge. Also, the lane joint crack is caused by a weak joint between the adjoining spreads in the layer of the pavement. Talking about the severity level, the severity of longitudinal cracks may be defined as, again, low, medium and high. These three are the category. The low severity is assigned to 1 to 3 millimeter wide cracks and infrequent cracks. The medium severity is assigned to 3 to 6 millimeter wide cracks, and the high severity is assigned to the cracks greater than the 6 millimeter wide and are very frequent. If such cracks are frequent on the surface, it considered as the high severity cracks. Okay, so depend upon, as we know that depend upon this severity level, we have to decide whether it should be repaired or it should be reconstructed. Okay, so talking about the treatments, the treatment for longitudinal cracks depends upon the severity level and the extent of the cracking. Low and medium severity cracks can be treated with crack sealing, preferably using the rubberized bitumen, and if there is a high severity cracks, we have to remove the old construction or old pavement, and we have to replace the cracked pavement layer with the fresh overlay. Okay, next is the transverse crack. Talking about the symptoms of transverse crack, these cracks appear in transverse direction or as the interconnected cracks, forming the series of large blocks that are perpendicular to the direction of the road. As here you can see in this figure, this is the direction of road and these cracks are perpendicular to the road. Well, the transverse cracks may occur at isolated location or in particular lane or particular carriageway. Talking about the causes that this transverse cracking may occur due to the reflection of crack or the joints in an underlying pavement layer, the low temperature, the brittleness or the oxidation of bitumen are the reason of such cracks. Okay, transverse cracks are usually formed due to shrinkage of bituminous mix on account of low temperature. Again, here severity level is classified or defined in three categories, that is the low, medium and high severity level. Talking about the low severity level, it is assigned to 1 to 3 mm wide, and medium severity level is 3 to 6 mm, and this high severity is greater than 6 mm wide cracks as longitudinal cracks. For the treatment, this may be treated by using the slurry seal or the rubberized bitumen. Okay. Now the next category, the next classification of crack is the edge crack. Talking about the symptoms of edge crack, the edge cracks are formed parallel to the outer edge of the pavement, usually of 0.3 to 0.5 mm inside the edge. At some time, transverse cracks are seen to branch out from the edge cracks towards the shoulder. Now if we talk about the causes, the cracks are caused by lack of lateral support, settlement or the yielding of the underlying material, inadequate surface drainage, shrinkage due to drying out of surrounding frost heave, inadequate pavement width and non-provision of extra width. So these all are the causes because of what such kind of cracks occurred. Okay, but the lack of lateral support, inadequate surface drainage and inadequate pavement width, these are the main reason, main cause why these edge cracks occur. Again, here also the severity level is defined in three categories: low, medium and high. The low severity is with no breakup or no loss of material. Okay, if the cracks at edge have no breakup or no loss of material, then it considered as a low severity level cracks. If medium severity cracks is with some breakup and no loss of and the loss of material up to 10% of the affected length. Okay, while the high severity is with a considerable breakup and with the loss of material more than 10% of the affected length. So this is how we define three categories of severity, that is low, medium and high. Okay, now if we talk about the treatment of such cracks, then as a treatment we have to promote the good drainage along the edge of the road and make sure that the surface water will run to the nearby drain and not pond along the pavement edge. Also, by removing the dirt, poor drainage shoulder material, and we have to replace it with a more permeable material. If the truck traffic is substantial, place a considerably thick structural overlay on that particular road surface with having 75 to 100 mm of hot mix to have the adequate support for heavier vehicle loads. Okay, because due to this heavy vehicles, edge cracks can occur. So if you want to treat such surface, we have to treat this surface with having the overlay of 75 to 100 mm thickness. Okay, the next, that is the reflection cracks. Talking about the symptoms, the reflection cracks are sympathetic cracks that appear in the bituminous surfacing over the joints and cracks in the pavement that underneath. The pattern may be longitudinal, may be transverse or the diagonal or the block. They occur most frequently in the overlays on cement concrete pavement. They may also occur in overlays or the surfacing on the flexible pavements where the cracks in the old pavement have not been properly repaired. Such reflection cracks, here we are actually discussing how these reflection cracks occur. Okay, because of if the old surface of pavement is not properly repaired, that can cause the reflection cracks. That can be the reason of reflection cracks, and the location of such cracks will be exactly on the junction between the old pavement and the pavement which get widened. Okay, there is two possibility. First, at the old pavement surface, or else the old pavement surface and the surface which we have joined for widen that particular pavement. So these two are the location where such cracks can be occurred. Well, if we talk about the causes, the differential movement across the underlying crack or the joint is responsible for development of flexion cracking. For joint reflection cracking, this is the movement of the cement concrete slab beneath the bituminous surface because of the thermal and moisture changes. Sometimes it happens that we provide the overlay of bitumen on the concrete surface. Okay, so that can also sometimes cause such cracks because of the thermal expansion or the thermal changes and the moisture changes. There is no severity level defined for such particular cracks. Yes, if we talk about the treatment, then for the reflection cracks, the treatment would depend on whether the pavement is structurally sound or has become distorted or unsound. In case the pavement is structurally sound, then the cracks should be filled with a bituminous binder having the low viscosity so that it can be poured and worked into that particular cracks. And if the cracks are wide enough, a slurry seal or a sand bituminous premix patching can be used to seal the cracks. If the cracks are fine and extend over large areas, light cutback or an emulsified bitumen can be broomed into the cracks and lightly sanded to prevent the picking up of the binder by the traffic. So this is how we can treat the reflection cracks. So with this, I am summing this lecture. Thank you so much for your kind attention. I hope students you understand the one more classification of the defects in flexible pavement, and that is cracks. We'll see you in the next lecture. Thank you.